Hello friends, welcome to Talent Hub Training Institute FinSolve segment. How are you? Hope all of you are safe and at your home. We know that in this present scenario, many of you want to start your own business. But then you find lots of legal challenges and lots of option is also there. So taking decision is a bit tough. I know. Here we are trying to solve this problem by simple understanding of business-oriented legal compliance. For this, we introduce a video session with different videos. And overall above, from here you can take a certification by completing this session just via online exam. Every video description will provide the link, but we request to all of our viewers first go through all the 8 video sessions, then avail the test for better result, because we will only provide the certification for those who will secure the 60% of marks. So let's start our session for the first video.
Today we will discuss one of the fundamental issues of startups, business structure. Many decisions follow the idea of starting a new venture. Amongst them, choosing the right business structure is a major decision. Startup founders are spoilt for choices when it comes to choosing the right business structure, since each one has its own set of advantages and limitations. In India, there are 5 main business structures to start a profit-based venture. In this chapter, we will discuss how these 5 structures individually can positively impact your business. Let us understand business structures for sound decision making. A 360-degree outlook is a must when starting a new business. One of the most underestimated tasks by startup is selection of the right legal structure. Not only will this decision have an impact on how much you pay in taxes, but also it will affect the amount of paperwork your business is required to do, the personal liability you face, and even your ability to raise funds. The types of business structure depends on the number of owners. For single owners, there are 2 options, proprietorship firm and OPC. For multiple owners, there are 3 structures, partnership firm, which is capped to 50 owners, limited liability partnership, which can have unlimited owners, and private limited company, capped to 200 owners. Each has its own distinctive registration process, document requirements, and ease of doing business, based on the individual circumstances of each business owner as to which structure will best suit the requirements. These include the level of personal liability you are willing to take for business debts, your personal tax circumstances, the level of administration you want to do, and how you want your business to be perceived. Let's consider the important aspects that help in choosing the business structure. Number of members. A proprietorship firm and a one-person company can have only one member. A private limited company, general partnership, and an LLP require minimum 2 members for their incorporation. Though maximum number of members differs. Private limited company can have maximum 200 members, partnership can have a maximum number of 50 partners, and an LLP has no bar in number of partners. It can have unlimited number of partners. Perpetual existence. Perpetual existence of an organization depends on a single line of difference, having a separate legal identity from its owner. Now, a private limited company, OPC, and an LLP enjoy separate legal existence. This means a company or an organization remains functional disregard of the addition, removal, or death of owners or members. However, a sole proprietorship and a general partnership's existence depends on its owner. If the owner dies or if a partner leaves, the entity also perishes. Liability limits and involvement of personal risks. In a business structure of sole proprietorship and partnership, the owner is held jointly, severely, and personally liable for all the debts and defaults, whereas there is no personal liability of the owner in case of a private limited company, an OPC, or an LLP. In a company, the owners are held liable only for the unpaid value of shares that they have subscribed to. In an LLP, the liability that can attach is limited to the capital amount agreed to introduce. Hence, personal risk is highest in proprietorship and partnership. Level of authority in making business decisions. In the case of a sole proprietorship, the owner is the only decision maker, making it easier to operate and manage a business without much interference. In a partnership and LLP, due to the involvement of multiple partners, the decision-making power is distributed and all decisions can be taken as per the partnership deed. In a company, the board of directors are empowered to take decisions for the company through MOA and AOA. Here, the OPC has an upper hand in decision-making in the matters where shareholders' approval is required. And because there is only a single shareholder, flexibility is an added advantage. Taxation liability. Tax liability is the lowest when it comes to proprietorship, as the tax rates of an individual are applied. An LLP and partnership are high as they are taxed at a 30% rate. OPC and companies are moderately taxed according to the turnover. Domestic company with gross turnover of Rs 250 crore are taxed at corporate rate, that is at 25%. Ownership transfer flexibility. In sole proprietorship, no transfer ownership to anyone is allowed. While in LLP and partnership form, transferring ownership requires consent of majority of partners or as per the partnership deed. In a company, each shareholder has a right to transfer his or her shares for transferring the ownership. Pre- and post-registration compliance and maintenance costs. After completion of registration process, there are some post-registration compliances. They are differentiated into two parts, event-based compliance and annual compliance. Sole proprietorship includes minimum compliance as compared to any other form of business. It only needs filing of income tax return, GST. A partnership firm too has less compliance just like a proprietorship firm. In addition to filing of income tax returns and other tax returns, it has to record event-based compliance. The events are recorded and informed to registrar of firms. This includes change in name or place or business activity of firm, change in partner or name or address of partner, opening and closing of branches, any changes in agreement. Limited liability partnership firm follows the same compliance requirements as a partnership firm, albeit with a few additions. It includes income tax returns and other tax returns, event-based compliance, filing of annual return with MCA, filing of KYC of DIN holder with MCA. However, the DIN holder is responsible for timely filing of DIN KYC. Private limited company includes a larger part of compliance than any other firm. It also has a maximum maintenance cost. One-person company has various advantages as Companies Act has granted some exceptions to OPC. Other compliances are almost the same, with a few exceptions. As it is only a one-man show, there is no need for holding AGM. Ease of raising funds and bringing investors aboard. It is a bit of a challenge to raise funds for a sole proprietorship firm and a partnership firm. This is because it does not have a separate legal existence. Investors invest more in corporate business structures rather than in unincorporated businesses. A limited liability partnership is a moderate form of business. It can easily get loans from banks and financial institutions. To avail funds in the form of capital, an investor is added as a partner in an LLP to invest money in the form of capital. A private limited company is an ideal structure if you anticipate funds post-inception. Having a separate legal identity gives it more creditability in the market. Any bank or financial institution can easily grant a loan to private limited companies. Further, it can raise money through equity from its closed group. Also, the fund from equity is less expensive as no interest is to be paid. To conclude, now, after considering everything you have chosen to settle with a particular business structure, even after you settle on a particular structure, remember that the circumstances that make one type of business organization favorable are always subject to change in the laws. It makes sense to reassess your form of business from time to time to make sure you are using the one that provides the most benefits. Each business structure has its own legal and tax ramifications. Your business goals will play a formative role in determining the best business structure to choose.